Like in Atlanta, it's a lot of you really can't tell them Future ain't bigger than Drake.
That was his cap. Really?
On God.
I got my fucking head up high, my back straight. I'm 10 hoes down in Florida or anywhere else I go, and I know that no matter what, it's not a nigga on this earth that can ever in my life.
Somebody stole some money from you, stealing from you. You know what I mean? You got to go and do some to a person. You know what I mean? Like, it's back and forth with that. And trying to go back and forth with these niggas.
That dynasty's over. We did what we had to do. It doesn't mean, it's not about what it means. You know what it means. You can turn your cameras up to the screen and know what it means. We did this.
If you're still holding out hope for Future and Drake to link up on another fire track, don't hold your breath. That chapter is officially closed, and Future just made it loud and clear. He's done with Drake for real this time. This ain't no rumor, no internet speculation. This is real life beef, and it's tearing apart one of the coldest duos in modern hip-hop. What once looked like a legendary run of collabs has exploded into a full-blown storm of betrayal, sneak disses, and scorched bridges. And now, Future's pulling the curtain all the way back on what really went down behind closed doors, and best believe, he's not sugarcoating a thing. No more fake smiles or forced appearances. He's cutting Drake off like expired leftovers, and he wants the world to know. Fans are crushed. This breakup is hitting harder than anyone expected. An entire era of bangers turned to dust. And guess what? Future ain't looking back. So the real question is, what exactly did he say? And how's Drake reacting now that it's all out in the open? Because the tea, it's hot. There's shade being thrown in all directions, and people can't stop watching it unfold.
You know,
Let's rewind
like,
for a second.
It's crazy. It's a crazy lifestyle, bro. It can get deep. There's no rules until it. It's dirty, it's filthy, it's nasty. It's like, it's something that you don't never want to become, because once you become it, it captures your soul, it captures your heart.
Let's rewind real quick. This whole duo kicked off way back in 2011 when Drake hopped on the remix of Future's breakout hit, Tony Montana. That's when the magic started. But fast forward to now, that bond is shattered. Let's break down exactly how it all fell apart, because this saga's just getting started. That Tony Montana remix, it was Future's breakout solo moment, his big step into the game. But behind the scenes, drama was already bubbling. Future dropped a straight-up bomb during his sit-down with Source TV. He said it felt like a slap in the face when Drake ghosted the music video shoot after dropping a verse on the track. Like, seriously? That was supposed to be their first big moment together. But instead of wilding out, Future kept it cool, at least for a while. The two reconnected just a year later on DJ Drama's 2012 joint, We in This 1.5. It looked like everything was chill again, like they had squashed whatever tension there was. But that peace didn't last long, because in August 2013, Future stirred the pot hard. He came out and claimed he was actually the brain behind Drake's massive anthem Started From the Bottom. Yep, he said that whole vibe, that phrase, that sound, it came from him. Future told Power 106 that he used to always tell his engineers, started from the bottom. He said Drake caught wind of it, ran with it, and turned it into a global hit. But when it came time to show love, Drake didn't offer publishing credit. Nah, he handed Future a fancy bottle of Louis XIII cognac instead. Wild, right?
When he didn't get on the video, it wasn't like, I wasn't real mad about it, but I just felt like, when I first talked to him about it, I told him, when you do this, make sure you know what you're doing. This is my baby, this is the first song that I'm doing, this Tony Montana, this is my single. This the one that I feel like me and Emotion nigga, this is my breakout single, even though Rags, I did it, and it was just, it broke my career. This had on my career before my breakout single was Tony. So I told him, like, don't make the picture, don't mess up the picture, don't mess up rap, hip hop, because they want to see, that's what they want you to do. You know what I'm saying? They want you not to be in the video, they want you to do the verse, and when it comes down to the business, they want y'all to mess up. And that's what the people want to see, give the people something that they wasn't expecting, you know what I'm saying? So just gave them what they wanted to see, basically. So he wasn't in it. It wasn't a shocker because I told him when he did it, I knew he was gonna do it. You know what I'm saying? Just because that's what the music industry have come to. It's like, nobody ain't trying to give nobody a hand and help nobody to push them in the right direction. No more than what you're going, you know what I'm saying? Even though I'm going in the right direction, but ain't nobody trying to really just push me and say, pick it back off them, which is I'm not trying to do. I was just trying to deliver a great video.
Future laughed it off at the time, said the bottle was nice and all, but what he really wanted was his money. Publishing rights don't come cheap, and even with all that shade, Future still kept it solid in public, calling Drake the homie. But behind closed doors, that loyalty was clearly wearing thin. But let's keep it real, calling someone the homie while throwing shots about stolen ideas and unpaid credits, Yeah, that's not exactly brotherly love. The tension was clearly bubbling just under the surface. And then, boom, it all exploded again in October 2013. Word started flying that Future got kicked off Drake's Would You Like a Tour? And it all traced back to some spicy comments Future allegedly made during a Billboard interview. The shots were subtle but stung. Future supposedly said Drake's album Nothing Was the Same had hits, but they didn't move you. He straight up compared it to his own project Honest, saying, "They're not possessive. They don't make you feel the way I do. I want to make you fall in love." Ouch. But then, plot twist. Those comments suddenly vanished from the Billboard article. Future's manager stepped in quick, claiming the whole thing was taken out of context and never meant to go on record.
Where you said that you, one verse that you wish that you would have been on, or one hook or one feature that you wish you would have been on was Started From the Bottom.
Yeah.
Started From the Bottom would have been a track that you would have liked to have been on.
Yeah, because when I was in the studio when we was making the record, when he made the record, he was in the studio session with me. That's when I had the chosen one. And I'm like, started when you make it from the bottom, you the chosen one. So, but we was at the studio, Drake came by the studio, and I always tell my engineer, started from the bottom. So when I put the beats on, I was like, man, put the beats in. So I always said, started from the bottom. So when I say started from the bottom, he thought I was talking about a song. So when I played Chosen One, he loved the Chosen One, but he was waiting for me in Chosen One to say started from the bottom. So he said instantly, he telling me this story. He bought me a bottle of Louis XIII that I never opened up.
Wow.
Because of this story, and I'm like, man, I want a bottle, I need publishing. You know what I'm saying? But Drake, that's the homie, and he was like, man, started from the bottom, it stayed on my mind. I instantly got in the video, got in with the driver and told him put the CD in. I already had the beat, and I just started saying, started from the bottom, now we here.
Crazy.
I was like, man, why you ain't tell me in the studio?
Sounds like somebody was trying to put the fire out fast. Future even jumped on Twitter, trying to cool it off publicly. He tweeted, "Respect to Billboard, disappointed on being misquoted. Always love for my fam D Dizzy Drake." So on the surface, everything looked calm again. But behind the scenes, chaos. Reports started swirling that Drake and Future were locked in a heated $1.5 million lawsuit over tour drama. That's not small money. Still, even with all that legal tension, Future ended up jumping back on the tour. And by 2016, these two were sharing the stage again like nothing ever happened, turning up for Drake's huge Summer 16 tour. It looked like the beef had finally cooled off. For nearly 10 years, Drake and Future seemed locked in, tight like family. And when they hit the studio, pure heat. That chemistry was unmatched. And then boom, they dropped the legendary What a Time to Be Alive. What a Time to Be Alive dropped in 2015 and had the streets going crazy. Then boom, in 2020, they came back with Life Is Good, proving once again that their collabs were straight up chart killers. Hit after hit, no misses. But fast forward to 2022, and that fairy tale friendship, cracks started showing real quick. Their last major link-up came on Future's 2022 album, I Never Liked You. They dropped Wait For You, and I'm On One, and Wait For You blew up. Huge hit. Fans couldn't get enough. But something was off. Real office. Neither Drake nor Future did much promo once the music video dropped. Like, at all. No shout-outs, no joint interviews, nothing. And here's the kicker. They've never performed Wait For You live together. Not once. Each of them has performed it solo on stage, but side by side, never happened. You know what that smells like? Tension behind the scenes, major tension. And then came the bombshell. Word on the street is that Drake pulled something sneaky, a move that broke the bro code bad. Whatever he did, it pushed Future to his limit. He was done playing it cool. He said, enough is enough, and made the decision to walk away from Drake for good. But it didn't stop there. Nah, it got even uglier. In March 2024, Future linked up with Metro Boomin and dropped their savage collab project, We Don't Trust You. And trust, he didn't hold back. Shots were flying at Drake from every direction. The bars were cold, calculated, and fans knew it wasn't just for show. The second that album hit the streets, fans went full detective mode, replaying lyrics from Her Loss, that 2022 joint from Drake and 21 Savage, looking for clues, sneak dices, anything that could explain the full fallout. And what they found made this whole beef even wilder. Word on the street is that the tension between Drake and Future had already been simmering way back in late 2022. and fans started paying real close attention after Drake and 21 Savage dropped their track More M, produced by none other than Metro Boomin himself. Drake's verse on that track, yeah, it had the internet going crazy, especially this one shady line: "I could really go 5 hours in the stadium. What happened to that dude claiming OVO? We traded him." At first, people thought Drake was taking a jab at DJ Charlie B, who reportedly got booted from OVO after some messy behind-the-scenes drama involving Drake's head of security, Chubbs, and Charlie's ex-girlfriend. But now, fans are switching up their theories fast, and all signs are pointing at Future. See, Future had been repping OVO heavy right alongside his own free bands team for years, so that "we traded him" line, it started to hit different, way too specific to be random. And just when people thought it couldn't get messier, Drake drops another bomb later in that same verse. Dudes ain't got love for the boys, so they fake it, crack a couple jokes, do some BS on some Snake-ish, but if I send a verse, then they'll take it. Shoot a video, arm around me like we aces. Boom! That's when fans really lost it. Rumors had already been swirling that Drake and Future were low-key beefing over the same woman. So now, these lyrics sound mad personal. That line about cracking jokes and acting fake, people are convinced Drake was calling Future out, saying he was being two-faced over some shady girl drama behind the scenes.
Out in Tokyo because I'm big in Japan. Not a deli bear pointed this out, and you see she has a "We Don't Trust You" hoodie on. Now, the reason why that's important, because this woman's name is just Tokyo. Out in Tokyo, big in Japan. Now, some people were speculating that's a reach, but it's not. Drake has stated numerous times that he just doesn't say things to say things, and especially about women and name dropping. If you go through her IG, she's posting multiple things with Future, albums, songs, you name it. Now, I can't confirm if this is his assistant, manager, PO person, I don't know. But what I did find out that she used to work with Floyd Mayweather, the champ himself. She was the money team. Like, bro, she even has pictures with Roger Mayweather. Rest in peace. Now, I don't know what her role was in the TNT Money Team camp, but she was in the camps when he was fighting. And in the beginning of this, Drake says, "Your first #1, I had to put it in your hand. #1 record in the country, Drake and Future." She posted this on her page, so she was around for that time. Listen, if you don't think Drake was going crazy on this diss record, you need to spin it back a few more times, because boy.
From brotherhood to betrayal, this thing is getting real ugly. Then comes the real twist. Drake throws shade and plays friendly at the same time. He calls out the fake love, rapping about folks acting cool just to be in his presence. "Pop out at my shows, jump around with me on stages. Probably why these women love to shower me with praises." This wasn't just rap, it was a warning shot, and it didn't stop there. Drake slid in another cold line that had fans clutching their phones. "Might have messed with a rapper's girl, but you ain't messed with Drake yet." Boom. That bar had the streets in a chokehold. Instantly, fans assumed Drake was taking direct aim at Future, implying that Future was the rapper whose girl got caught up in this love triangle mess. And just when it couldn't get more chaotic, the name Diana popped up. Word started spreading that the woman at the center of all this was someone named Diana, who supposedly works at a Miami club called Booby Trap. Social media was in shambles, but Metro Boomin wasn't having it. He stepped in and fired back on socials. "Stop making stuff up for engagement and enjoy the music." But things didn't calm down, not even close. The mess deepened, because then came another twist in the timeline. Now people are saying it wasn't Future who broke the bro code first, it was actually Drake. Allegedly, Drake hooked up with one of Future's former flings, a woman named Tokyo. And this wasn't just some random hookup. Tokyo was rumored to be someone Future had been vibing with heavy, a private connection turned real situation. And here's the kicker. Remember Drake's diss track Push-Ups? He drops this bar: "I'm out in Tokyo cause I'm big in Japan." Now fans are putting 2 and 2 together, saying Drake wasn't just flexing global fame. He was throwing subliminals about Tokyo, the woman, not the city. This beef isn't just about music anymore, it's about pride, loyalty, and broken codes. Now fans are fully convinced that Tokyo line, yeah, they say it was a slick shot aimed right at her. And honestly, if you've been watching Drake's moves over the years, it fits his exact playbook. People are saying this is classic Drake, getting back at his rivals not with bars first, but by sliding in with the women they're connected to. That's how he moves. And that's exactly why Kendrick Lamar came for him in Not Like Us, accusing him of sleeping with Lil Wayne's ex, and then tattooing Wayne's face on his arm like some weird apology move. Who does that? And when Drake can't pull the girl, he still finds a way to name drop or clown her in his lyrics just to keep the drama alive. Remember when he dissed Serena Williams after beefing with her ex Common? He didn't just throw subs, he called Serena's husband a groupie in front of the whole world. That wasn't slick, it was blatant. And who can forget the way he dragged Nicki Minaj into his beef with Meek Mill? Used her name like a punchline just to throw fuel on the fire. He's been doing this for years, and the list just keeps growing. Let's not forget, ever since Rihanna put Drake in the friend zone, he's been sneak shading A$AP Rocky too. And they used to be cool, but the minute Rocky got serious with Rah, Drake couldn't resist throwing in a few slick jabs. Even The Weeknd's ex Bella Hadid didn't escape it. On Family Matters, Drake straight up called her out, making it real clear he doesn't care how personal things get. He'll still press the gas. This whole messy pattern, it's like his go-to revenge move. But here's the thing, it's backfired more than once. Just ask Pusha T or Kendrick Lamar. Drake tried to rattle Pusha by name-dropping his fiancée, Virginia Williams, on Duppy Freestyle. And what did that spark? One of the coldest rap disses in hip-hop history. Most recently, Drake pulled the same slick move again, this time going after Kendrick Lamar's wife, Whitney. Yeah, he actually mentioned her by name in multiple tracks. And fans were quick to catch that he even hired a model for his OVO clothing line who looked shockingly similar to Whitney right after Not Like Us dropped. The timing? Way too shady to be a coincidence. But here's where it gets tricky. Kendrick and Whitney, they're high school sweethearts. She's been with him since day one, so there's no long list of exes for Drake to creep on. Same thing with Pusha T and his fiancée Virginia. They've been locked in for almost 2 decades, so Drake couldn't really dig up any messy history. All he could do was name drop and try to shake things with disrespectful bars. But Future? Oh, that's a whole different playground for Drake. Future's love life is notoriously wild. He's got 8 kids with 8 different women, and that's just the part that's public. There's been plenty of other flings, situations, and off-the-record link-ups. So if Drake really wanted to stir the pot, he had plenty of names and stories he could exploit. But don't get it twisted. Future wasn't gonna let that slide. And he wasn't alone. Future and Metro Boomin weren't sitting back and staying quiet. Nah, they basically declared war on Drake, full industry assault style. It hit the fan when Future clapped back with his track End of an Era. And then things exploded even more in December 2023, when Metro threw direct shots at Drake and Her Loss. That's when this beef shifted from just personal drama to rap civil war levels. Even though Metro tried to play it cool at first, saying there was no beef with Drake, fans weren't buying it at all. Everyone could see through the smoke, especially since Future and Metro have been locked in for years. That loyalty runs deep. And while Drake tried to play nice on the surface, pretending like everything was still cool with Future, behind the scenes, the trust was already gone. This wasn't just tension, this was war. On Drake's For All the Dogs album, there's a track called What Would Pluto Do? And for those who know, Pluto is Future's nickname. So when that hook dropped, most fans thought Drake was showing love. In the chorus, Drake raps, "What would Pluto do? He'd mess with the girl, so I did it. What would Pluto do? He definitely messing with this girl." At first glance, it sounded like Drake was hyping up Future's playboy lifestyle, like he was channeling that toxic king energy, asking himself, what would Future do in this situation? And then just doing it. A salute, right? But after everything that's gone down lately, fans started hearing those lyrics real different. Now people are saying Drake wasn't praising Future at all. He was mocking him. That whole line about messing with the girl, fans think Drake was actually bragging, saying he messed with someone Future was already linked to. What first sounded like a shout out, now it's looking like a straight up sneak diss with a smirk on top.
A lot of people ask me how I'm feeling. I'm gonna let you know how I'm feeling. And listen, the way I'm feeling is the same way I want you to walk out of here feeling tonight about yourself. Cause you know how I'm feeling? I got my head up high, my back straight. I'm 10 toes down in Florida or anywhere else I go. And I know that no matter what, it's not a on this earth that can ever put me in my life. And that's how I want you to walk out of here tonight. But in order to, get yourself all gassed up, riled up, and move towards the future, sometimes you gotta acknowledge the mistakes that you made in the past, right? Right? So this is what I want you to do, everybody.
Fans are calling it a cold move, Drake throwing shade in broad daylight, acting like he's saluting while actually jabbing. Hidden insults in plain sight, classic Drake. Then boom, March 2024 hits and Future and Metro booming drop We Don't Trust You. That album doesn't just make noise, it causes an earthquake in the rap world. Suddenly, it's like the whole industry turned their sights on Drake. Everyone was caught up decoding Kendrick Lamar's savage bars on the project, but sharp-eared fans noticed something else too. On the very first track, Future seemed to be firing shots of his own directly at Drake. And here's the real message. The fact that Future even let Kendrick, one of Drake's biggest rivals, go nuclear on his album. That said everything without him needing to spell it out. But trust, it didn't end there. The war was only getting uglier. Future didn't hold anything back on that opening track, and fans are saying the bars were straight up aimed at Drake. Just look at these lyrics. You a #1 fan, dog. Sneak dissing, I don't understand, dog. Pillow talking, acting like a fed, dog. I don't need another fake friend, dog. Can't be about her cause we sharing, dog. In your feelings, why you playing, dog? Phew! That's not just subliminal. That's a full-blown call-out. And fans are convinced it's all about Drake, especially with all the buzz that their fallout had something to do with a woman. Those lines about sneak dissing and pillow talking, yeah, people in the rap world say that screams Drake's behavior, talking slick behind the scenes and airing out business to stir things up. And when Future says, I don't need another fake friend, that hits hard, like he's cutting the cord completely. But the line that really lit the internet on fire, can't be about her cause we sharing, dog, in your feelings. That bar flipped the whole narrative. On the surface, Future's acting like the girl drama ain't deep. It's nothing, they both shared her, no big deal. But everyone knows that's exactly what's fueling this beef. It's the slickest kind of shade, acting unbothered while doubling down on the rumors. And that last phrase, in your feelings, you already know what fans think. That's a direct nod to Drake's chart-smashing hit In My Feelings. Coincidence? Nah, fans aren't buying it. They're saying Future did that on purpose, flipping one of Drake's biggest songs into a diss. Then it gets even spicier. Just 2 days after We Don't Trust You dropped, Drake fired back, live on stage during his tour stop in Sunrise, Florida. While performing Meltdown, he threw up giant visuals of Princess Diana on the big screen. And fans immediately clocked it as a direct jab at Future's album We Don't Trust You. This wasn't just petty, it was a warning shot. On the track Magic, Drake raps Don Juan, Princess Diana, and fans instantly connected the dots. Some are speculating that the Princess Diana visuals he flashed during his Florida show weren't just for flair. They were a slick jab tied to the woman caught in the middle of his feud with Future. Messy, right? But of course, Metro Boomin jumped in quick, trying to shut it all down. He went online saying people were just reaching for drama and overhyping the beef. But the fans, they're not buying it. To make things even louder, that same night in Florida, Drake made a grand entrance, bringing out Lil Durk, Chubbs, and the entire OVO crew. And what did he walk out to? Future's own track, My Savages. That move right there, disrespectful on a whole different level. That wasn't random, that was a statement. Then Drake stepped up to the mic and addressed the elephant in the room. He said none of the disses had touched him or shook his confidence, like he was completely unbothered by the whole thing. And just to keep the energy going, he pulled up to Booby Trap in Miami right after the show. Yes, the club linked to the woman at the center of the drama. The internet lit up, and when journalist Elliot Wilson posted a photo of himself at the same club, someone commented, "This man isn't taking it serious." What did Drake do? He liked the comment, basically laughing it all off like the whole feud was just background noise. But Future? Yeah, he's not laughing. Word is, he's taking this real personal now. Insiders are saying he's officially done with Drake. No more fake smiles, no more friendly appearances. He's swearing off any future collabs for good. Let's be real. Drake and Future used to run the game. They were that power duo, dropping anthems like it was nothing. But now, that dynasty might be officially over. Drake and Future made history, period. A full joint album, endless hit features, and a run that had the whole rap game in a chokehold. Love them or hate them, you can't deny these two had insane chemistry. Whether in the studio or on stage, they delivered every time. Fans were locked in for every drop, every verse, every performance. It was magic. But now, that whole alliance between Drake's OVO sound and Future's free bands empire, it's completely crashed and burned. And this time, there's no coming back from it. Future's done, like really done. No late night phone calls, no makeup tour, no surprise track reunion. This ain't one of those petty rap beefs that get squashed in a few weeks. Future's moving differently now. While Kendrick's been out here swinging publicly at Drake with back-to-back disses, Future's been playing it cool, silent but strategic. And now, insiders close to Future are spilling the real tea. That silence, it's not hesitation, it's confirmation. Future's not looking back, he's already moved on. And fans, they're feeling this breakup heavy. People were still holding on to a tiny sliver of hope that maybe, just maybe, these two legends could patch things up. But from what the insiders are saying, that chapter is closed for good. Future has reportedly sworn off ever working with Drake again. And here's the wild part. A lot of fans are siding with Future on this one. The streets are saying there's a pattern when it comes to Drake. Folks are pointing out that almost every close friend Drake's ever had eventually walks away feeling betrayed. And when that many people fall out with you, maybe you're the problem. One fan didn't sugarcoat it at all. They said Drake needs counseling. It's a cold, hard ending to what used to be one of the most powerful duos in rap history. From kings of the culture to full-on enemies, this breakup hit like a bomb. Crushing other people's women is disgusting. Either he secretly wants to be those men, or he wants to be with those men. Whoa, that comment right there, straight up brutal. And another person from Toronto jumped in with some serious perspective. As someone from Toronto, I can tell you, a lot of Drake's friendships are transactional. When you're paying for people to stick around, this is exactly what happens. Stay woke. So now we gotta ask, what do you think about this whole Drake versus Future situation? Was it really just about a woman? Or did years of low-key tension, slick disses, and hidden jealousy finally explode and end one of the coldest duos in the game? Did Future cut ties over loyalty and respect? Or is there something even deeper going on that we haven't seen yet? Let's talk about it. Drop your thoughts in the comments below. Was this just another messy rap fallout? Or is this the final chapter between two rap titans who used to run the industry side by side? And hey, do you think there's still a chance for a reunion? Or is this the kind of split that's way too personal to fix? If you're into this kind of raw, behind-the-scenes drama, make sure you smash that like button, share this video with your crew, and of course, subscribe to the channel so you never miss a beat. Hit the bell too, so you're the first to catch every twist, every diss, and every shocking reveal. And before you go, make sure to check out the next video right here on your screen. We're breaking down stories no other channel dares to touch. Catch you in the next one.